Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. A Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. And On Fire Athletes, the platform powered by GameCoin. All of our great sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube and tagged on Facebook. All right, everybody. Good morning. Hope your weekend was awesome. Super Bowl 59 is set. The Eagles beat Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, unfortunately, and Chiefs up in the Bills. So rematch Super Bowl 57 from a couple of years ago, and it'll be down in New Orleans in 13 days, 2 weeks from yesterday. So the sports world, all the eyes now focus on New Orleans and Super Bowl 59. I'm sure they have early lines out for the game. Let me check it. I didn't check last night. I know last week they had hypothetical lines for every game, and the Eagles were a favorite, and Chiefs 1.5 over the Eagles. So pretty incredible what we're watching, man. You know, it's weird too because for years and years and years and years with Mike Detillier on AFR, Mike would always point out about Belichick and Brady. You know, and of course they went to 10 Super Bowls and won 7 of them. And Mike said over and over again, you'll never see this again in your life. Enjoy it. You'll never see this again. 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 wins, you know, on and on. And it felt right. But you look at it now, man, and Mahomes and Reed already have 3. And they've been to 4. So now this will be their 5th together with a chance to win their 4th. Patrick Mahomes, this is the wildest thing, y'all. Patrick Mahomes has only been a starting quarterback for 7 years. He has only been a starting quarterback for 7 years in the NFL. It's incredible. He's got a chance to win his 4th Super Bowl. And he's obviously been to a Super Bowl and lost. And then lost to Joe Burrow. So in the NFC Championship game. So, or excuse me, the AFC Championship game in overtime. So I think the only 2 playoff games they've lost have been in overtime. Incredible, man. So it's, for a guy that's 20, what's Mahomes? 29? Just 29. He's 29. It's not lost to me that it's hard, and I obviously don't think Andy Reid coaches another decade. I guess he could, but I don't know that he will. The longer you go, the harder it is to maintain that level. But I mean, Reid's 66. I mean, Belichick just got fired at 72. So, I mean, maybe Reid keeps coaching. I don't know. But anyway, all that to say, man, could they challenge Brady and Belichick? Could he win 7 or 8? I mean, he's at 3. And the other thing, too, though, about Brady, which was incredible, is how he remade himself. Remember, they had a long gap between Super Bowl wins. They won it in 01, then 3 and 4, then had the long gap. Of course, they lost 07, lost 11. It wasn't until they got back and won it in 2014 against Seattle that they sort of started winning again. Of course, then they beat the Falcons, they beat the Eagles. So I mean, it's incredible. It was incredible that Brady did it with the gap in between. But with a 10-year gap. I mean, from 04 to 14 it was a 10-year gap between wins. And then, wound up winning 4 more, which is amazing. But anyway, just food for thought. Let's say some good morning, y'all. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Got Locked on LSU already live. Talked about Trey Green making his debut at LSU basketball. Talked about Kelvin Shepherd. A little context on Shepherd becoming the Lions DC. And talked about South Carolina, which issued the apology to Flau'jae. I'm not sure if y'all saw that story, but the in-game DJ played a song after the game. Or the in-arena DJ played a song after the game by Camouflage, who was Flau'jae's father, stage name for Flau'jae's father's stage name, who's died. He's deceased. And so Flau'jae, it kind of was brought to her attention. She went on social media, was like, that's not cool. And so South Carolina apologized. But anyway, maybe the more important thing for LSU on the floor is they did bounce back and beat Texas A&M yesterday. So bounced back on a short turnaround. Played Friday, had to fly home, day off Saturday, play Sunday, and they beat A&M. So nice bounce back for the ladies. Okay, let's say some good morning, y'all. Hey, Trivia, good morning. Jason H., Brian Wynn, Kelly Gross, good morning. Hunter Broadhead, good morning. Jason, thoughts on the refs in the Commanders game? I'm guessing you're talking about the sequence near the goal line where the Commanders kept jumping off sides and leaping over the line. I didn't know that was a rule, that they could award a touchdown for that behavior. But, I mean, I get it, and I don't blame them. I mean, like, the guy leaping over the line the 2 times, that was egregious. I understand you're doing what you try to do, but, like, you're trying to time it. But at the same time, like, you can't keep disrupting the game. And then the false or the offsides when the defensive line with the last one, right? Whenever the ref made the announcement, we'll award a touchdown. That was that one felt kind of legitimate, right? Like they were just, I mean, get that far to go. It's the NFC Championship game. I get it, but at the same time, you can't keep having the same penalty like 4 plays in a row, 5 plays in a row. It was funny, man. The ball was like that far, and it was half the distance to goal. Like, what do? You just inch the ball? I mean, anyway. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Christian, what's up? Good morning. Know everybody is being a bunch of haters. I think it would be awesome to have the first ever 3-peat Super Bowl winners. Maybe that's just me. I'm a little indifferent to it. I don't like either of these teams per se. I hate the Eagles. Always have. As a kid, when you've heard me tell this story. In 1992 in the wild card round, the Saints were winning. The Eagles scored 26 points in the fourth quarter to rally and beat the Saints. That was Randall Cunningham and Reggie White and all that. And of course, at that point, the Saints had still never won a playoff game. So I hated the Eagles from that. Like that started a deep-rooted hatred for the Philadelphia Eagles, which it's just stayed with me. So I will not be cheering for the Eagles. The Chiefs, as a kid, oddly, I kind of like the Chiefs. I mean, I'm talking like, way back in the 90s. Like, it was kind of cool when Joe Montana went there, got him the AFC Championship game in 93, because Montana had beaten the Saints for so many years. So it was nice to see him play for somebody else, not in the division. But the other thing, too, is Neil Smith. You might remember the big defensive lineman, Neil Smith, who was on those Chiefs teams. Derek Thomas was the star, Christian Okoye. I mean, those were some great teams. But Neil Smith was from New Orleans, and Neil Smith's parents lived by my grandfather. So I thought that was cool. Kind of had a little connection there. So I mean, it was a kid, I was 10, 11, 12 years old. So I kind of like the Chiefs a little bit. They played Start Me Up at kickoff and by the Stones and liked Arrowhead. So I mean, like as a kid, I thought they were okay. Obviously grew out of that. That wasn't like a long standing thing, but yeah, like these, I don't hate Patrick Mahomes. Like I don't resent teams that are great. I think there's something kind of cool about it, but I'm certainly not a fan. Like I'm not pulling for the Chiefs. Erica is. Erica was cursing at the game last night when the Bills took the lead in the second half, and then when they tied it at 29, Erica was letting them fly, and I'm like, oh really? Now look who's all emotional about the football game. Like now imagine you've had those emotions for 42 years, like literally since you were born. And then tell me how you feel about it. Charles Jean, good morning. Blessings to you and your family. Hoping for fresh new teams in the Super Bowl. Very honestly, for this Super Bowl, I was obviously pulling for Jaden Daniels. That was my one real rooting interest. I thought the Eagles would win, picked the Eagles to win. Not surprised, but I really do want New Orleans to have a great showing as well. And Kansas City and the Eagles is a better, more appealing game for New Orleans than Buffalo, Washington would have been. So, yeah, I mean, you get Mahomes trying to go for a three-peat. You get a large market like Philly, rematch the Super Bowl 57. It's better for New Orleans. Hey, Matt, good morning. Been a while. Do watch most. It's hard to watch them live. Shut down 2 days for the snow. Truck stuck in NOLA. Had 180 stops yesterday for Amazon. Whoo! Dog. Got to get it, man. Matthew, good morning. I've decided to boycott the Super Bowl this year. Gonna old LSU football games. The rematch that everyone wanted was Super Bowl 26, not Super Bowl 57. Okay. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. Nicholas Cross, good morning, Matt. Happy birthday to my daughter, Kennedy. She turns 5 today. We listen all the way to school every morning. Well, good morning, Nicholas. And Kennedy, happy birthday. I hope everyone will join me in wishing Kennedy, who's 5 years old today, happy birthday. I hope you have the best day ever. I hope you get to eat all kinds of cake and ice cream. I hope your mom and your dad give you all the best presents in the world, and that all of your friends at school tell you happy birthday too. So happy birthday to Kennedy. Happy 5th birthday. Hope it's an awesome day. Eric, miss listening to Mike D. Where'd he go? Mike does afternoons on WWL in New Orleans. So with Bobby. So whenever he moved to do that job, he couldn't come on with us anymore. Obviously because, well, we were on a competing station, but also he's on air. Hey, Quentin, good morning. Thomas, where did this sweatshirt you had from Locked On episode this morning? Oh, that is Boot Up Customs. It's my guy Michael Anderson. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Calico guy has done awesome stuff, man, with custom sneakers and custom apparel. Anyway, so he designed those. I bought a pair of his sneakers that haven't come in yet. I can't wait for them to come in. I'll show you when they do. But he's done a ton of collabs with athletes and stuff. Boy, it's storming this morning, huh? Wow, pouring. Anyway, but yeah, I just posted a link for his website. If you go to the shop, you'll see the hoodie right there. He's got some other cool stuff in there too. But let's see. Hey, Michael Spazzali, what's going on? Michael, are you Cassie and Jesse's brother? I think we probably talked about this once before. Anyway, Cassie and Jesse. So if you ever hear Cassie, who produces Hunt Show and sometimes is the video producer on my show as a fill-in, will say, Cassie Spazzali. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you told me that you're their brother. Anyway, they're video editors with us. They do awesome work. Great people. Gary, good morning. How's everybody doing? We're good. Brian from Green Bay. All right, 24 degrees. Okay, cool. I'll check out the interview on BRZ. Let's see. Tokidoki. Morning, Matt. Not only did I get massively disappointed as a Louisiana sports fan yesterday, I also got sick. Woo. Vitamin D. Take your vitamin D. If you don't take vitamin D, everyone, you should take vitamin D. Vitamin D is the only vitamin naturally occurring in the body. None of us get enough of it because we're supposed to get it from the sun. Humans were meant to spend about 85% of our time outdoors. Instead, now we spend on average about 3% of our time outdoors. None of us gets enough vitamin D. Take your vitamin D, preferably with K2. D3 with K2. Like, get a methylated D3 with K2 vitamin supplement. It will build your immunity. You will feel better. I don't mean to go into the whole COVID thing, but there are theories that a lot of the reason why a lot of people who were negative, that did have negative effects from COVID, had a vitamin D deficiency. Anyway, so take your D3 plus K2. Weston Weaver, good morning. Derek, good morning. I'm over football this season on a college baseball. How's LSU look? And aren't they ranked 2 or 3 in the preseason polls? Yes. So look great. As a matter of fact, we started our LSU baseball previews on Locked On LSU. So if you go back last weekend, we did a preview of the infield. This weekend did a preview of the outfield. Next weekend we'll have a full preview of the pitching staff. So they look great, man. They went ham in the portal, had the number 1 portal class. Number 1 portal arm, Anthony Ianson from UC San Diego. One of the top portal position players, Daniel Dickinson from Utah Valley, coming. He'll be your starting second baseman. You returned a ton of talent as well. Chase Shore's coming back off of injury. Yeah, man. Good time to be a Tiger. Jason Mobile, good morning. Is Ocho going to be at the Super Bowl? Time to pay the bet. I'm sure he will be. Maybe there's a good time to reach out to him. Hey, Brent, good morning. Joe Brady called a bad game for the Bills. He was too conservative at times. Boy, I disagree with that, man. I mean, to go on the road to Kansas City and put up 29 points, I think the one play of the game where you had to have it was that last play on the 4th and 5. And obviously, Spagnuolo was going to bring pressure. They did, and Allen had to backtrack, and he just heaved the ball up, and tight end, it kind of bounced off his chest and arm. But that was the one play where I think he'd probably like to have back and prepare a play against the blitz, like a screen or something like that. Any news on Kingsbury plans to interview for the Saints job? No word on that yet. There was a report last night, if you missed it, the Saints are planning to fly today to Philly to go interview Kellen Moore in person. So the Eagles OC, that would be interesting. And I guess getting closer to making a decision. Come on, Jerry. Rigged AFC. Like, there are a few things that fans say that annoy me more than that. It's rigged. Really, it's rigged. Rigged. Tell me how 106 players, all those coaches, everybody rigged a 4-quarter game. How do you rig a game? You still have to throw, catch, pass, kick. How do you rig a game? It's just stupid. I mean, Jerry, I'm not calling you stupid. I appreciate you very much. It's just a stupid notion to think that sports are rigged. Brad David, good morning. It's like this grand conspiracy. This grand conspiracy. Yeah. That somehow this grand conspiracy where everyone's in on it to rig games. Dudes are dying, getting CTE. DeMar Hamlin's dying on the field, but all because it's rigged. Jesus Christ. Tiger Diver with Joe Brady dropping out, who's the front runner. Sounds like it's Mike McCarthy. Marcus Day-Clue at Trey Holly. Trey Holly's next court date was in February. So I would assume we'd have an update in February. Jeff, good morning. Not a fan of either team headed to NOLA. I just want a good game. Like, I'm not mad about it. If it's not the Saints, if it's not the Saints, I'm probably going to feel indifferent either way, unless if it's like Falcons, Eagles, where I have a strong rooting interest against, or if it's Burrow or Daniels that I'd be rooting for. But like, I'm gonna watch Super Bowl because it's a football game and it's the Super Bowl and it's in New Orleans and I'm gonna watch it. Irfan Sayad, Gamoggan, HD Williams, Gamoggan. Hey, Dad, good morning. Your godchild is a Chiefs fan. Well, he also lives there. I'm a little disappointed in my sister for not raising her children as Saints fans. However, she married a Raiders fan who's from Idaho. So respect. There's no team in Idaho. You pick a team, you pick the Raiders. Okay. So Saints, Raiders, they're in Kansas City. He chose Chiefs. Sounds like a little bit of a front runner. I don't love that, but we'll see. He'll fall on heart. See, he's too young to remember any of this in time. And by the time he's old enough to know about sports, Mahomes is going to be done and the Chiefs are going to stink. Then we'll see where his allegiances fall. Hey, Dale, good morning. Rex, good morning. Tony Williams, good morning. Jason, wanted to wish you my daughter happy birthday. Elena's 21 years old. All right, Elena, happy birthday. I don't know if Elena's watching, but if she is, happy birthday. Jason, not maybe you could tell her we're wishing her a happy birthday. The best birthday ever when you turn 21, right? So now all of a sudden you don't have to go sneak beers at the bar. I'm kidding, but kind of really. Anyway, happy birthday, Elena. I hope it's a great one. Congrats, Jason. Randall, Kansas City's ruined football. Oh, my goodness. I am off my game. Hang on.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, go to Brock and Roof. Give a shout. ParishBuilt.com. Unique physique, restored motions. Of course, semaglutide, tirzepatide, the once-a-week injections for weight loss. Learn more at uniquephysique.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Telemed for the whole thing. So you don't have to go into a doctor's office. They can ship your medicine anywhere. It's so easy. Unique physique, uniquephysique.com. And if you got pain, book a session with Crystal Poche over at restoredmotions.com. All right. Ooh, where are we? Randall said Kansas City has ruined football. Even the Brady Patriots were beatable, didn't make it every year. I don't know, dude. They went to 10 Super Bowls. I mean, looks like we're going up to Kellen Moore. Your thoughts? I'm good interviewing him. I think, Rex, they should interview everybody. Like, go have a sit-down interview with everybody. There's no other jobs open. So go interview. There's no rush. Go interview everybody. You want to interview Kellen Moore? Go interview him. You want to go interview Cliff? Go interview him. You want to go interview Nick Saban? Go interview him. You want to go interview a high school coach in Saskatchewan? Go interview him. I don't care. Go interview everybody. Brad, what time did y'all get back to BR yesterday? Place in Mississippi looked nice. Yeah, man, we got back right about 1 o'clock. So about an hour and a half door to door from our house to Capitol Cottage. We had a great time, man. Great time out there. Good, just 24-hour getaway. It was perfect, man. Dylan Landry, good morning. Yeah, highly recommend. If you want to get out of the city, just get out of Dodge for a day or a couple days. They use it as an Airbnb. It's, if you missed it, it's on the ship. My sister-in-law, brother-in-law have a camp they built. It's just north of Woodville. If you're going north on 61, just north of Woodville, you turn off of 61, you zig and zag a little bit, and you're there. Beautiful spot. They did a great job building it out. I mean, you're not exactly roughing it. I mean, they have the camp itself has all the amenities. It's gorgeous, but you're on this big piece of property and great outdoor area. Just, great to just go disconnect and unwind. See if I can find the link for it. Let's see. There it is. Here it is. Yep. Here it is. I'll put it in the, for anybody's interested. Y'all feel free to share that out with anybody. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. So there's the Airbnb link for it. But it's gorgeous, man. They did a great job with it. That was more, it's been open, it's been finished for about a year. They took them about 2 years to build it. They built it. My brother-in-law, James, and his dad, Mark, built it. And it took him about 2 years to build, and it's been finished for about a year now. But that was my first time going up. Hey, Dylan, good morning. Richie, been a while. Your son, Michael's birthday. Look at that. All his birthdays today. Well, happy birthday to Michael. Hope he has an awesome one. Do you think Andy Reid retires after they complete the three-peat? Randy, Randall, I don't know that he said he would, but like some guys, like as soon as you slow down is when you tap out. I mean, I don't mean to be morbid like that, but some guys just don't want to slow down. They want to keep working. Irfan, say out ready for LSU baseball. What's your prediction on the day one starting lineup? Yeah, I think Cade Aaron Beatty's the catcher. Bear Jones at first, Daniel Dickinson at second, Braswell third, Milam short, Curiel in left, Stanfield in center. And I would have said Jake Brown in right, but they scrimmaged yesterday, and it was Pearson in right. So maybe there. And then I'll give the nod to Chase Shores Friday night in the opener. Maybe it'll be Cade Anderson. We'll see. But you get 3 weeks to figure that out. But if you made me guess right now, that's what I would say. Hey, Ray Langlois, good morning. I got about 2 minutes. Fred, good morning. Is it true Tom Benson died? The ownership where trying to move the team to San Antonio, Gale? Not when he died. When Katrina happened, Tom Benson was trying to move the team to San Antonio, and Paul Tagliabue stopped it. He was basically like, you're not moving this team when the city's on its knees. And so that's why after Katrina, they went back to New Orleans. Gail Benson encouraged Tom to buy the Hornets, now the Pelicans, to keep the NBA team in New Orleans. And now as part of Gail Benson's succession plan, because she doesn't have any heirs and Tom Benson's estranged from his family, part of the succession plan is that Dennis Lauscha is the executor of her estate, so he will manage the sale of the team, I'm sure in conjunction with the league, but the condition is they have to keep the team in New Orleans. Robbie, will you be watching the Senior Bowl Saturday? Heard LSU will have 5 or 6 players, including Kyron Lacey. It's I don't know if with Kyron's legal matters, I really don't know. But yes, there's a bunch of LSU players there, even because underclassmen are allowed to go now as well. So like Mason Taylor is there. And by the way, T-Bob and Hester there doing OTB from the Senior Bowl all week. So y'all make sure y'all listen to T-Bob and Hester all week. Shout out to L'Auberge, Baton Rouge, sponsoring our coverage from the Senior Bowl all week. So we appreciate that very much. Hey, Johnette, good morning. Of course, if you're in Lafayette, listen to Delta Media, ESPN 1037 Lafayette, 1041 Lake Charles. Johnette is my good friend and an awesome leader who is responsible for getting AFR on in Lafayette and Lake Charles. So very, very grateful to her for that. Hope you're having a great day. 7:45. I gotta go. Please smash the like button if you would, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. How different would the world be? Sean, love our review. Sean, so at the ESPN Lafayette 1-year anniversary party last year, we went and did AFR. It was in July, right? We did AFR from Lafayette, and Sean came by. It was great to visit for a bit, and they roll out the red carpet, man. Delta Media is a great company. Like I don't mean to be like wax poetic, but it's similar to Guarantee, where I work at Baton Rouge. But it's like in a world, in an era where so much of media has been these giant companies gobbling up all these different stations, and it's just become a hodgepodge of piped in shows and national shows and voice tracking and automation. Like there's something to be said for being live and local, and it's how you win, but you got to be committed to being live and local. And I love it, man. So Delta Media is a great company. They're live, they're local, they're actual people. So if you're a business owner in the Lafayette area, Delta Media's got radio and TV stations, so go advertise with Delta Media. Okay, I got to go. 7:47. Y'all have an awesome day. Do me a favor. Remember, all of our great sponsors are linked on the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Locked on LSU is live. I did an episode because I didn't get to record one Saturday night to publish Sunday morning. I published 2 yesterday, or recorded 2 yesterday. One is the baseball outfield preview, which published yesterday afternoon. And then this morning, we're back on track with our regular episode. So if you could go listen to both, I'd appreciate it. YouTube or podcast, just search Locked On LSU. We'll see you for AFR 3. Y'all have an awesome day.